Hello, you're welcome to the Educator's e-class with Coach Tobi, and today we're going to continue the series we began called the Emotionally Intelligent Educator. In part 1, we looked at how emotions determine our expressions. We also looked at how emotions affect educators and the realities of the teaching profession. So we saw that there are realities that we cannot do without, but we must be able to manage ourselves to continue to do our duties and succeed well without stress. Now, in this second part, we're going to look at what emotions are. We're going to try and see how we should view emotions and how we should respond to different issues that come to us per time. Now, according to the book called Discovering Psychology, an emotion is a complex psychological state that involves three distinct components. 1, a subjective experience. 2, a physiological response. And 3, a behavioral or expressive response. So people come across different events daily, and especially teachers, you come across different people daily. You come across 3 kinds of people daily. You come across your professional colleagues, come across parents, come across pupils, and they give different responses per time. Now, when you have an external response from somebody or from an event, the first thing that occurs to you is that you want to interpret that experience, and you interpret things either subjectively or objectively. So in terms of emotion, what everybody does first is to first interpret things subjectively. That is, you use your own personal screen, use your own personal view to interpret whatever happens to you. And how you interpret something determines how your body responds to that thing. So, for example, you see a lion coming. It's an external event. But at that point, you start interpreting this lion. Is it going to kill me, or is it going to walk away? So if you interpret it as it's going to kill me, the next thing is fear. And once fear comes in, you now have a physiological response of sweating, your heart is beating. Suddenly you need to either choose whether you freeze or you fly away. So every event that happens to you externally, it first starts from your interpretation. If you interpret it subjectively from your own personal angle, it will lead to a physiological response. But if you interpret it objectively based on what it should be seen as generally, it also have a physiological response. But our emotion starts from how we interpret things personally. Now, once you interpret it in a way that is personal to you, it will now determine what will be your physiological response and what will now be your behavior towards that issue. So teachers meet with people daily, and they must come to terms that these people are external, and they have their own response to make too. And you also have a right to your own response. But if you now understand that you need to interpret it well, then you will now have the right physiological response and the right behavior to accompany it. So how do we manage the events or external responses that comes to us? So we're going to look at what we call the TIFA system. The TIFA system has to do with your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and your results. So everything that happens to you, it first comes to you as an event or as a stimulus. It is not left to how you think about it first, how you feel about that issue, then what you act, and the results you get. So it's essential to realize that what you think causes you to feel a certain way. That in turn causes you to do certain things that ultimately lead to specific results. It's a chain reaction we call TIFA. Your thoughts lead to your feelings, which leads to your actions, which leads to your results. So everybody goes through this process every time they perceive something. It starts first with your thoughts. If you don't manage it well at that level, what will now happen is a feeling that will lead to an action, then you now get the results. Now, to further illustrate this, let's look at this analogy. these two graphic design shows different TIFA responses. The first one talked about a thought that was good. The guy thought about making $20,000 a month. Then suddenly, because that good thought came to his mind, started feeling towards it. How do I get this thing done? And I'm expecting the money to come. Then suddenly he started to write his business plan. So action came up. Then what happens? A result came up. He started making the amount of money he dwelt on initially. So you see how a good thought can lead to a good feeling, bringing forth good actions, then giving you the right result. But on the contrary, we have negative thoughts too. And a thought is what you have in your mind about an issue. For example, look at the example here. It's about exercise. The person thinks it's too hard to exercise. Then the moment he thinks it's too hard to exercise, he starts feeling bad. I don't really feel like it. And the moment his physiology starts responding that there's nothing he can do about it, action comes. I'm going to take a nap. Just go to sleep. Then what happens? I am not getting in shape. So what people say the expression didn't just start when they saw the outward outcome. It started from their thoughts. So when something's happening to you in your classroom, you must take a moment to think about it well. Because when you don't think about an issue well, the next thing is that what? You start having the wrong feelings that will lead to the wrong actions and the wrong results. So in this second part, we want to see how can we now be intelligent in managing our emotions. According to 6 seconds, emotional intelligence is the capacity to blend thinking and feeling to make optimal decisions, which is key to having successful relationship with yourself and others. Because you need to be able to remain sane, healthy in your work. And to be able to achieve this is not only you that's a factor, other people are factors. So emotional intelligence is very important, so you'll be able to manage yourself and manage others well. And at the end of the day, you do your work well, achieve good results, and make good quantum leaps in your career journey. So in this second part, we're looking at how to be emotionally intelligent based on our thinking, our feeling, our action, and our results. So emotional intelligence, emotional leadership, emotional quotient, and emotional intelligence quotient is the capability of individuals to recognize their own emotions. Recognize that you will always want to interpret things subjectively first. Then recognize that it is based on how you interpret things that it will determine how you feel towards those things and the actions you take. So when you understand your emotions, you must be able to discern between different feelings and label them appropriately. Use emotional information to guide your thinking and behavior, and manage or adjust emotions to adapt to your environment or achieve your goals. So this is the crux of the second part. And as we go on this series, we're going to look at how we can practically deploy emotional intelligence as a person and in our work. So thank you for listening thus far. And in the next study, we'll look into greater ways of deploying emotional intelligence. So send your questions and comments to this link and we'll have a great time. Thank you.